Hello friends, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Sandeep Walia, Head of the Department, University Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Management, Chandigarh University. Today, we are going to discuss the module Ayurveda Health and Wellness Tourism under the paper Special Interest Tourism. After completing this module, the students will be able to understand the concept of Ayurveda and wellness tourism. They will also know about the typology of various wellness products in India. The students will also be able to understand the trends in Ayurveda and wellness tourism. The students will also be able to understand the linkages between yoga and wellness tourism. They will also come to know about various centers that offers products related to wellness tourism. The students will also be able to identify various issues related to development of wellness tourism in India. Dear students, wellness tourism is one of the fastest growing sectors of the tourism industry and is expected to be the key driver of tourism economy. According to one of the estimates, the global size of this wellness tourism industry is estimated at $3 trillion and it encompasses 15% of the global travel. Globally, the new form of tourism is now focusing on serenity, sustainability and spirituality, creating a multi-billion-dollar business. Further research also indicates that this is one of the lucrative segments of the industry as travelers are estimated to spend 1.3 times more on wellness-related experience as compared to other tourism products. Looking into the potential of this industry, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India came up with the specific guidelines in the year 2015 for the promotion of wellness tourism in India. India has a wide variety of products including yoga, Ayurveda, Unani and other alternate religions and spiritual products which are sought after experiences by the international tourist. In the year 2014, Government of India established Ministry of Ayush with an objective to promote education and research in the areas of Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturotherapy, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy. In 2017, India ranked 12th among the top 20 wellness tourism markets across the world. In this module, we will identify various such products that cater to the need of providing wellness experience to both domestic and international tourists. Let us discuss about the typology of wellness tourism products. According to a research by Muller and Kaufman in the year 2000, there is a distinction between health and wellness tourism. Wellness tourism can be viewed as a subset of health tourism. Wellness tourism is travel for the purpose of seeking experiences related to body, mind and soul with an objective to promote health and well-being. This is achieved by engaging in various physical, psychological or spiritual activities at the destination. There are various forms of wellness tourism products which are available globally. Some of them are, excluding medical tourism, are yoga, Ayurveda, meditation. The fourth one is aromatherapy. The fifth one is naturotherapy. The next one is Reiki. Then there is homeopathy. The next one is music therapy. Then sports and fitness. The next one is culinary wellness, that is farm to table dining experience. Then is sun and fun activities. Then there is spiritual or spirituality. Then there is beauty treatment. The next one is pampering. There are various types of health tourism facilities which offer such experiences. These include hotels, retreats, spas, clinics and hospitals, ashrams, festivals, leisure centers, cruises, resorts. Let us discuss about Ayurveda and tourism. One of the ancient sciences, Ayurveda is a 5,000-year-old traditional Hindu system of medicine based on the teaching of Atharva Vedas. Ayurveda means knowledge of life which focuses on holistic healing and as well as promotion of the body's own capacity for maintenance and balance. It is believed that Tibetan medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, and early Greek medicine have their roots in Ayurveda and have embraced with the concept of this science. Considered as an alternate therapy, Ayurveda uses natural herbs as medicine and help bring arogya by focusing on balance in bodily systems and use diet, herbal treatment, and yogic breathing. According to this science, there are three primary forces which are responsible for the characteristics of human mind and body. The three fundamental energies correspond to movement, transformation, and structure. In Sanskrit, the three elements are known as Vata means wind, Pitta means fire, and Kapha means earth. Through Ayurvedic science, the doctor tries to achieve an ideal state of inner balance, and through appropriate interventions using diet, herbs, massage, yoga, music, and panchkarma. India has established itself as a global Ayurveda destination. A number of rejuvenation centers and Ayurveda resorts have flourished across the country, attracting a large number of international tourists. Some of the popular resorts that are developing Ayurveda tourism are Somathiram Ayurveda Resort, Kerala, established in the year 1985. This is considered as world's first Ayurvedic resort. Located in 9 kilometers south of Trivandrum, this resort is spread over 15 acres. The resort offers a variety of Ayurvedic treatment including Panchkarma and Rasayana Ayurvedic packages. They have also established an independent green leaf classified Ayurveda hospital that offers a variety of treatments. In addition, they also have medicine manufacturing unit, herbal garden, and Ayurveda academy. They offer a number of accommodation options including standard room, garden cottage, special cottage, Kerala House Standard, and Kerala House Deluxe, which ranges between 80 to 300 euro per night. The next one is the Ananda in the Himalayas in the state of Uttarakhand. This is one of the best luxury Ayurvedic retreats in India, located 260 kilometers north to New Delhi in the tranquil Himalayan foothills close to Rishikesh in Uttarakhand. The resort offers traditional Indian wellness regimes of Ayurveda, Yoga, and Vedanta. Ananda offers variety of wellness packages including its signature detox program, Ayurvedic rejuvenation, yoga, stress management. In addition, Ananda also offers getaway packages like Himalayan Bliss and Couple Connect. The typical price range for wellness or gateway packages ranges from $500 to $3,000 per night depending upon the room category opted by the guest. The next one is the Devaya, the Ayurvedic and Nature Cure Center in Goa. It is a star Ayurvedic and yoga resort located 10 kilometers from Panji and offers pure Ayurveda and naturotherapy treatments and therapies. The center has been designed on the science of Vastu Shastra that adds to the harmony of overall rejuvenation process. The resort offers a residential holistic program which includes Ayurvedic treatments, yoga, and meditation sessions. The holistic Panchkarma package, which is typically 15 to 30 days, offers wellness program for detox and rejuvenation. The typical room rate at the center ranges from $64 to $300 per night depending upon room category opted by the guest. In the year 2016, the center received the Traveler's Choice Award by the TripAdvisor. The other popular Ayurvedic resorts include Karnasauit Ayurvedic and Wellness Resort, Kerala, Kalari Kovilakom in the Kerala, Sokya in Bangalore, Vanamalisa Estate in the state of Uttarakhand, Kairali Ayurvedic Health Village in the state of Kerala, Leela in the Udaipur, the Terraces in Kanatal. Then the next is Shin Shiva Ayurvedic Resort in Kovalam. In India, Kerala has established a strong brand equity in terms of offering professional Ayurvedic services to both domestic and international travelers. Recently, Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu is trying to establish as the next best destination with coming up of Vidyagarma, a healing village. Another popular destination which is emerging is Kalpa Vruksha Ayurvedic village at Thekupalayam. Let us discuss about yoga and tourism. Yoga, one of the ancient practice that is believed to be originated in India during Indus Valley civilization, is a generic term for the physical, mental and spiritual practices. The goal of yoga is to undertake these practices to attain permanent peace. Though yoga has been instrumental in treating physical disorders, in the modern day it is practiced purely for relaxation of the body and mind. This first Hindu teacher who introduced yoga to the Western world was Swami Vivekananda during the 1890s. The second yoga boom came in during 1980s, and since 2001 yoga became popular across the world with estimated 715 million people practicing it globally. On the 11th December 2014, United Nations General Assembly declared 21st June as an International Day for Yoga, with 193 countries of the world passing it unanimously and as many as 107 countries co-sponsoring it. Yoga features as UNESCO's intangible cultural heritage. The Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, stressed on the need to promote yoga to boost international tourism in its draft tourism policy of the year 2015. Along with Ministry of Ayush, in collaboration with Ministry of Tourism, released a brochure titled India, the Land of Yoga during the first International Yoga Day on the June 21, 2015. The government plans to take the tourist visiting on medical visa to visit the yoga or wellness centers, thereby contributing to the Indian economy. Yoga tourism is an emerging form of niche tourism which attracts a number of tourists who travel to India with an objective to learn yoga or obtain healthcare treatment through yoga. Many tourists also travel to India with an objective to acquire educational qualification in yoga so that they can teach when they go back to their respective country. In the year 2017, the global yoga market is estimated at 80 billion US dollars. Indian industry. Another related stream linked to yoga is naturopathy, which aims at curing diseases without the use of medicines. Rishikesh, Uttarakhand, also known as World Capital of Yoga, is one of the most popular destinations in India. There are a number of ashrams like the most popular Shivananda ashram that offer training in yoga. Other popular yoga retreats include Bihar School of Yoga in Munger in the state of Bihar, Purpa Valley, Agasao in the state of Goa, Kavyala Dhama Ashram in Lonavala in the state of Maharashtra, Mysore Krishnamachar Yoga Shala in Mysore in the state of Karnataka, Himalayan Iyengar Yoga Center in Dharamkot in the state of Himachal Pradesh, Phul Chhatti in the Rishikesh in Uttarakhand, Mysore Mandala in Mysore in the state of Karnataka, Omkarakanda Patanjali Yoga Kendra in Rishikesh in the state of Uttarakhand, International Center for Yoga Education and Research, Puducherry in the state of Tamil Nadu, the Yoga House Mumbai, Maharashtra and Varanasi in the state of Uttar Pradesh, Patanjali Yogpeeth Trust in Uttarakhand, Patanjali International Yoga Foundation in Rishikesh, Brahmakumaris Raja Yoga Center in Mumbai, Shivananda Yoga Vedanta Dhanvantri Ashram in Kerala, Lotus Yoga Retreat in Kanakona in Goa, Ayurveda Yoga Meditation Resort, Kannur. Though India has a competitive edge on yoga tourism, yet in the recent past, many international destinations have started emerging as alternate destinations for yoga. Some of them are Indonesia, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Morocco, Turkey, China, Fiji, Bhutan and Japan. Tourists who come to India to learn or experience yoga tend to spend longer period of time in the country, which has resulted in higher spending, making it an attractive segment. Let us discuss about spirituality and wellness tourism. A part of Ayurveda and yoga, another niche or special interest tourism product which focuses on wellness is spiritual tourism. United Nations World Tourism Organization believes that spiritual tourism can play a significant role in the sustainability of the destination as well as promote peace through cultural and religious understanding. Since this form of tourism is indirectly linked with religion, there are very different facets of this form of tourism. Tourists undertaking pilgrimage tours may be in Hajj by Muslims or Char Dham by Hindus, or Buddhists traveling to sacred sites are only a subset of spiritual tourists. This form of tourism is also known as faith tourism. People travel to a religious destination or site, that is, for example, Golden Temple in Amritsar, or travel with a spiritual intent, Christian conference, or with fellowship intent, that is, faith-based cruises. Let us now take on world's leading spiritual or faith destinations. The first one is the Vatican City, Rome, one of the most popular destinations for Christians wishing to see Pope and to practice their faith. In 2016, 46.6 million people overnight stays were there by international tourists. Then there is Potala Palace, Lhasa, Tibet, an UNESCO World Heritage Site which has once the residence of Dalai Lama. This place is considered as a sacred place for spirituality by the Tibetans. Angkor Wat, Cambodia. Built in 12th century, this is the largest religious monument in the world. The next one is the Mahabodhi Temple, Bodh Gaya, India. Also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, this is the place where Buddha attained enlightenment. Built by Emperor Ashoka in 250 BC, this place attracts Buddhists from across the world. In addition to Bodh Gaya, the other places of spiritual importance of Buddhists are Lumbini, that is the birthplace of Buddha, Sarnath, where Buddha delivered his first teaching, and Kushinagar, that is the place where Buddha died. The next one is the Varanasi in India, one of the oldest living city in the world dating back to 11th century BC. Varanasi is one of the sacred cities in Hinduism and Jainism. Tourism is one of the major sectors of this city as it attracts millions of domestic and international tourists every year. Then there is Golden Temple in Amritsar. This place is most sacred site of Sikh religion, also known as Harmandir Sahib. This place is home to world's largest free kitchen, serving food to approximately 3 lakh people every day. Then the Borobudur or Borobudur in Indonesia, palace for world's largest Buddhist temple. This place is also UNESCO World Heritage Site, having many statues of Buddha. This place is one of the single most visited attraction in Indonesia, attracting more than 4 million tourists every year. The next one is the Masjid Al-Haram, the sacred mosque, Mecca. This is one of the largest mosques which surrounds the Kaaba. During Hajj period, this place attracts over 2 million Muslims who seek spiritual solace. Then there is Al-Masjid An-Nabawi, Mosque of Prophet, Medina, also known as the Dome of the Prophet. This is the second holiest site in Islam. Then there is Imam Hussain Shrine, Karbala in Iraq. This is one of the holiest places for Shia Muslims outside of Mecca and Medina. In addition to these traditional pilgrimage sites, there are a number of meditation retreats or centers that have emerged globally which cater to spiritual tourists and generate billions of dollars of business annually. Dear students, let us discuss about ashrams and wellness tourism. In addition to a number of faith destinations which are associated with specific religions, India offers wellness tourism through a number of spiritual ashrams. These ashrams offer a variety of products including meditation courses which are popular among domestic and international tourists. Some of the popular ashrams in India include Art of Living Ashram, a non-governmental organization run by Art of Living Foundation, manages 9 ashrams in India and 9 ashrams abroad at Canada, Germany, Poland, Sri Lanka, Mexico and other countries. It was founded in the year 1981 by Shri Shri Ravi Shankar and is popularly known for its happiness program, that is Sudarshan Kriya and Sahaj Samadhi meditation. They offer specialized programs for teenagers, parents, educators, corporate executives and government officers. The second one is the Osho International Meditation Center located in Pune in the state of Maharashtra. This ashram is more like a resort which offers luxurious environment and offers courses including active meditations, tantra workshops, which are directed at healing from traumatic experiences. The next one is the Isha Foundation Ashram, founded by Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev in the year 1992. This is located near Coimbatore in the state of Tamil Nadu. This is a special rejuvenation center which offers an array of services towards wellness of the individuals. India stands at the forefront of today's global spa and wellness market, alluring domestic and international visitors alike with the time-honored traditions of Ayurveda and yoga and high-quality affordable medical tourism. Now poised to become the fifth largest consumer market globally by the year 2020, India demonstrates all the demographic advantages of an ideal market for leading international spa and wellness brands. At present, the country boasts a 350 million strong middle class, a notably large youth population, that is 50% of which are under the age of 25, rising levels of disposable income and associated increases in overall aspiration and experimentation, as well as obesity, related health issues and health consciousness. These factors, in conjunction with the growing number of low-cost domestic airlines like SpiceJet and Indigo, suggest that demand for all things wellness and spa is expected to grow in the coming years. Today, domestic and international tourists flock to the southwestern region of Kerala for specialized Ayurvedic treatments. Interestingly, yoga remains relatively non-commercialized in India as compared to other popular yoga destinations such as Hong Kong, Shanghai, Tokyo and Singapore, which have seen new studios open in abundance. Against the backdrop of a deeply ingrained traditional wellness culture, the preferences and attitudes of modern India spa consumers are now evolving. They are severe about the quality and value of products and services they purchase and more open to experimenting with new and different offerings. Not only do they visit spas for hair maintenance, nail grooming, skin care and beauty treatments, but with greater societal awareness about stress, obesity and other serious health issues, guests are looking to spas for evidence-based, result-driven solutions. International health and wellness tourists, particularly from the Middle East, are flocking to India in record numbers, growing 24% in the year 2011 and attracting nearby 45% of the world's medical tourists. On an annual basis, the country's medical tourism industry is thriving under the conditions of strong government support, low-cost advanced equipment, skilled practitioners, and large private investments. Given these statistics, domestic tourism significantly dominates India's travel and tourism industry, capturing 98% of the total volume in 2012. One of the major contributors to this industry is currently the wellness and spa market. PricewaterhouseCoopers valued India's total wellness market at $11 billion in 2012 and forecasted that it will be $18 billion in the next 4 years. This projection represents extensive opportunities for the wellness and spa market to imagine facilities that will not only serve existing customers but also capture new segments by going beyond traditional spa services with more innovative, exclusive and distinctive offerings such as comprehensive female salons, male grooming ateliers and medical cosmetic services. Dear students, let us now summarize what we have discussed in this module. This module focuses on the emerging sector of tourism industry, that is wellness tourism. As discussed, India has one of the great potential to be the world leader in this industry. The traditional areas of Ayurveda, yoga and naturopathy, Unani, Siddha and homeopathy are today being promoted as tourism products. The Ministry of Tourism is talking wellness tourism as one of the key drivers of the tourism industry. In this module, we have discussed about the linkages of Ayurveda, yoga and wellness tourism. A detailed description of the popular tourism centers has also been presented. In the later section of the module, we have discussed the roles of spirituality centers and ashrams in promoting wellness tourism, especially among the international tourists. India stands at the forefront of today's global spa and wellness market, alluring domestic and international visitors alike with the time-honored traditions of Ayurveda and yoga and highly quality, affordable medical tourism. Now, poised to become the fifth largest consumer market globally by the year 2020, India demonstrates all the demographic advantages of an ideal market for leading international spa and wellness brands. And with these words, I sum up this module. Thank you.